Hello everyone. Welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. And yeah, it's about time we got some better storage. Hi everyone. Glad to have you back with some automation, pouring resources into our storage system. And with all of that just there, I'm going to be able to turn these barrels into netherite with just a little bit of this, a little bit of this. And I know that I could probably duplicate these more, but I'm happy enough just doing this since we have everything automated. So, 64 pieces of netherite scrap turned into a bunch of netherite, and ta-da! Oh, netherite can be turned into nuggets. Interesting. Is that used for anything in particular? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So with these barrels now, I can place these down here, and they are going to give us a far better storage than these. One large chest, one netherite barrel. Oh, so much better. Normal barrel, netherite barrel. So that means I could do stuff like this. And put that away, and store all my blocks in like one of these. Fantastic. On top of that, I should be able to go something like maybe an item frame and then surround that by glass, I think is how you do it. Invisible. No. Glass. Item frame. It might not be in here. I haven't updated the pack just yet because there was a problem with the iron jetpacks, and as such, I didn't want to lose the ability to fly just yet. But I think that possibly quark was added in the next version, and that might have what I'm after. So for now, we're just going to store this stuff in here, and I can finally clean all this up. So let me organize that, and this place is going to look a lot neater. Oh, that is so much better. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can get rid of this too. So now I have, well, one in here I do have a tier 4 stack upgrade just so that building blocks and such stack up nicely. So this is anything that is like block or building or anything like that. This is a miscellaneous drawer of my junk, but we might be able to narrow some of that down soon. I have item transfer or transfer style items. This barrel here is dedicated to power items. This is tools and armor. Anything that is related to like, oh, I don't actually want that in there. Anything that's kind of related to, oh, that either. But like machinery or functionality blocks, etc. We can put those ones away. And then over here I have greenery and mob drops. And I still have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on that side ready to go, plus plenty of room in these for expansion if I want to. Nice. Now, eventually it would be possibly nice to add stack upgrades to this sort of stuff and give it a priority in refined storage so that it uses it as like an external storage to save even more space on disks. But for now, I think we're just fine. And this is so much cleaner. Now, I'm going to grab this. And since I'm going to be doing a lot of work around here, I'm just going to put it in the middle. And we're going to grab one of our flux points and just throw that on the back so that we can do some smelting. This has definitely built up a decent amount to get us started. And I'm just going to clear this out a little bit like so. And we're going to get into refined storage. Now, it looks like refined storage is pretty basic here, but there is refined expanded or something. If we go over into our area here, hold on, what have I got that is grabbable? Oh, all of these things. Free pipe upgrades. We'll just add that to the item transfer. Oh, also, I've cleared out my backpack as well, and it wants us to start occultism. Okay, but if we head over to refined storage, it's probably not a bad idea to get started in here. So we're going to make ourselves a controller. As such, we're going to need refined storage silicon, enriched quartz or quartz enriched iron, advanced processors, etc., etc. Don't have to worry about the transmitters or security managers just yet. We're going to need a disk drive, a grid, which is going to require improved processors, construction core, and destruction core. And of course, I will probably turn that into a crafting grid. The auto crafting stuff, we are going to get into making some patterns and whatnot, and we're also going to get into wireless transmitters. But I'm not going to worry about the wireless stuff just yet because we're pretty close. It's not like we're adventuring around very far, so we can have access to things just here just fine without having to worry about long-range wireless for just a little moment. So let me see if I can get all of those things prepared, and I'm going to try and get myself a grid, crafting grid, and disk drive controller, of course. Get that in here, and then we can start working on some things. All right, this can go away. We now have a grid, which I'm going to turn into a crafting grid. Should be able to do that in my inventory here. Pop that just there. And I'm going to grab my disk drive and put that right there next to that. Now we do have a little friend here sitting in the stone because I needed some flax seeds to make myself some string a little bit quicker and easier than getting worms onto a tree. So we have that. We can get any sapling we want. Lovely. And seeds, of course. If we go over to, well, actually there's a lot of things. Refined storage we went into. That was the choice we made for now. We can obviously maybe try AE2 later. Oh, and food and farming. But over in the refined storage, we have started off this little system. Got myself a crafting grid, and that has opened up the storage side of things. So if we add ourselves a storage housing and then also go into the storage parts, it's probably easier to just go at refined, and give ourselves 1K, 4K, 16K, and 64K. My goal is obviously to go pretty high, but for now, if we want a 64K, let me work it out backwards. We need 3 16s, which require 3 of those, which is 9 4Ks, and then 9 times 3. I need 27 1K storage pieces. Easy enough. How much glass do I have? How many 1K storage pieces can I make? I guess I'll use this and... Obviously, when I don't have any storage in there, it does make things a little bit more difficult. So let's just quickly make a crafting table. I know I can use a crafting table on a stick, but the thing is, the crafting table on a stick shortcut that I usually like to use is something similar to Shift-E or Control-E, but I also like to use the same hotkey for refined storage. And I figured if I'm going to be getting into refined storage with a wireless transmitter fairly quickly, then I may as well just save the hotkey and use a standard crafting table for the time being. Plus, there's something so satisfying to me about using one in the world. So I can do this. Okay, 14, and what am I missing? Some redstone. Luckily, we have 7,500 now. This stuff is just building up. Even my iron. Now, of course, I do need to keep an eye on this just in case, but it seems like it is still cranking away without running into any limitations. I did add a couple of upgrades to different things in between episodes. So for now, they seem to be running just fine. But if we do this, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be enough to get me up to a 64K part. The reason I want to go for 64K is so that it unlocks some extra stuff. That's if they have it. I'm pretty sure they have it. So next on the list is some 4K storage parts, but I need a few more basic processors. That's as simple as making a handful of these, cooking them in our emerald furnace, and then making the rest. Then that's used to make 3 of those and 1 of those. Ah, they're all there, but I didn't make the storage housing yet. Okay. Storage housing. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, that was satisfying. Rain, though, not so much. I wonder if we can make a Terra Bozu. Mana weave, mana infused string. I'd have to get into Botania and I'm not quite ready for that yet. So we deal with the rain. But if we go over into refined storage, we get a few rewards. We'll see what we actually get. Maybe something nice. Another 1k storage part. Another 1k storage part. This has a very low chance of giving us a 64k and another 1k. Now it's interesting that that didn't open up a higher tier. Do we have higher tier storage drives, or have they not added that? Oh no, they have. That's fluid storage part. Maybe they haven't. Interesting. Well, that is very interesting. Oh, here we go. It's in extra storage. Assumedly, yes. Okay. I'm surprised though that this didn't open up a further line. Perhaps you have to also do the fluid part? I'm really not sure. Well, that's just fine. We also probably need to make ourselves some cables. So let's just quickly do that. 12 will do for starters. And I also want an external storage. Plus, of course, importers and exporters will be good in the future. But for now, external storage is the key. So, with the external storage, I can plug that directly into there. And we're going to set the priority of this just 100 for the sake of things. It shows that we have 2 billion worth of storage in our system, meaning that the combined storage of all these drawers is somewhere around the 2 billion mark. Good to know. Very interesting. And I'm really tempted to make a couple more 64k parts and go to a 256k. We made one pretty easily. If we were going to go to a 256, that's 2 more. And if we were going to go to a 1 million, that would be 3 in total, or 9 64k parts. So if I only had to make 8 more of these, and each one took 27, also, I should sleep in the brightest bedroom known to man. But a quick calculation later, and it looks like 216 1k storage parts. Ooh. Could I? I would need a lot more glass. Thankfully, this makes it pretty quickly. The sand, anyway. I'm gonna try. Why not? A 1 million storage drive does seem pretty nice. And with that, how much more do I need? 18 more. 16 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We made it. I've basically went through all of my my cords, but we had enough materials. That's how powerful this is, that I can go through this that quickly and make myself enough to get a 1 million storage part. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to make a bunch more basic processes, so some of that, and we cook it. I ended up getting my second emerald furnace and putting a factory upgrade in that as well, because I needed to cook stuff quicker. But with that, we should be able to, and a bit of redstone, make up a bunch more of these. What are we missing? Oh, we're going to need a lot more of those. I can make a few. Okay. We might need to make ourselves a little bit more slime. That's easy enough. Item transportation. Oh, I need a bucket. See if we can make a little bit more room like this. Come over to where my cow is. And we do this. Boop, boop. Do. One of those. Oh, I have it on me. Nice. One of those. I didn't actually need the upgrade for that, but that is fine. This will give me enough slime for now. Okay, that should do. I'm going to leave that over there in case I need more. So, bunch of slime. Going to need some of this. Nice. That'll give us a bit of string. And then we can combine that to make a bunch of those. And now a bunch of processes. Also, this did lock up for a little bit because of these, but we're back up and running. So, basic processes, like so. We're going to be running very low on the silicon. That's going to basically be the deciding factor. Can I do it with the silicon that I have? Everything else seems to be just fine. Put in the raw processes. Oh, we might make it. We might. Each tier that we go up uses less and less processes as well, and I already have some improved and advanced ready to go. But we'll start going through these. I've got that in there. There's another 4. What am I missing? Redstone. There's 10 more. Some more processes. You get the idea. Come on. Oh, so close. If we divide that by 3, I just need 6 times 4, 24 more. Honestly, we're pretty close. Okay. Just got to wait for that number to hit 24. Any second now. That can cook up. Oh, I actually had a decent amount of silicon there. Oh, I need a little bit more string. String turns into processor bindings. Processor bindings turn into raw processes. They turn into the basic. I actually had a couple left over, but it's fine. And 4K parts, a total of 72. Those are now used to make 16K parts, which I just need a few more of these advanced. And I'll make sure to be a little bit more specific now. Or the improved, sorry. So I need 16 times 4. Well, we know that's 64. Boy, are we cutting it close. 3 more of those makes a total of 64, which then turns all of that into 16K. We can convert all of that straight into 64K because I had just enough advanced processes. And then I need some more advanced processes. Okay. But not as much. If I'm turning that into these, there's going to be 3, so 12 processes. Really? I don't have any more? Okay, I see. There we go. A little bit of that. And I can make 1 more of those. Oh, I actually didn't need it because I already had a processor. I had the perfect amount. We cook those up, turn that into 3 256K parts, and then they are used with 4 more. Come on. Oh, thank goodness. How many do I need? 2. And that makes 1. Oh, a piece of redstone. That makes 1 million storage part, or a little bit over 1 million. Oh yeah. Now if we look at the uses for that, we can just use a standard storage housing. So I got one of those right here. Goes together like so. That's a heck of a storage disk. Oh, hello. Nah, nothing. So I can take that and we now have 1 million storage on my main drive, meaning all of this stuff can happily go away in here. Because of the priority on the external storage, if I happen to put my iron nuggets away, they go straight back into the drawers, which is amazing. And realistically, that means a lot of things can probably start to store over in here. This would just be for extra stuff, like specifically Apotheosis stuff that has a lot of MBT tags and I don't want on the system in case it accidentally corrupts it. But everything else, that's going straight in the system. All of this power stuff in here. All of this modular router stuff also in here. A lot of these things that can be used to craft stuff together, it's going in there. This is so great. Why? So with that, we now have a crafting grid which is connected to my drawer system and has 1 million storage. 1 million will take us a fair way, and that means that we can start to use external storages or connect things up via cable to farms and such to start supplying materials. Things like these I'm happy to leave in the drawers, but, ooh, that's clogged. What's clogged it? Amethyst. Oh. Wow. But that should mean that I can go into here, search up a chest, for example, and we just make those into some drawers. I need some chests. So how about we just make ourselves up a few of those? It would be good to put some wood away in there. Let's do that. Make up a handful. And I can just make myself 7 of those. There we go. And there we go. You two. What else? Do you want one? Those guys seem fine. Redstone. Let's make sure you can get as much as you need. All of you guys. Look at that. Oh boy, does it feel good. Does it feel good. Refined storage. How would you be? Now, I can now take these back here. And for now, I'm going to just put them down. Actually, we'll put them side by side like this so that that can connect. And they're both connected. And we have a little bit of space for doing some crafting. Oh, brightest bedroom in the world. So, with a refined storage setup and a million storage, it's time to start dealing with these things. Now, I do know that eventually I can actually enchant these diamond meshes. If I look at this, you can see there's efficiency and fortune and stuff. I would love to add fortune to it, but we're going to try and get ourselves a consistent fortune setup so that I'm not rolling enchantments on a table or using the books from Apothecary. Apothecary? Wait, this is all from different things now. The mods that I'm expecting are not what I'm getting. I'm looking at Apotheosis is probably what I mean. Yeah, Apotheosis gear. And of course, some of the enchanting that comes with that. At Apotheosis, this is what I was talking about. I can obviously get these tomes, which would make them more likely to get it, or set up some form of enchanting. But I think maybe villager trades would be the easiest way for me to do it to start off with. At least that's what I want to do, because I want villagers anyway. And so we're going to do some Art Nouveau stuff soon and make ourselves an island to get those villagers. But in the meantime, oh, this is locked again. Hold on. What are you stuck on? Fluorite. I don't remember getting fluorite before. That might be because I just updated my pack. It looked like a normal cut to you guys, but it was actually a little bit of a break. So I guess I'm adding that there. And we should be flying back through much better. And there's something that I didn't realize existed, but is going to be very, very helpful for us to start off with. And it's this flux compactor. So I've added that over here, and that's going to make it so that we can, without even having to use refined storage, compact down all of these items. Amazing. Now, I don't exactly know the speed of it yet, and it's going to take a little bit of fiddling, but we might be able to intercept the travel between here and here, or more to the point, there and the controller, and put in a couple of different sender modules before this one that will send those specific pieces that I want to compact over into another system and then grab them back from there. Okay, so I need a couple of those. I need some pistons, which I think I have. Oh, I should probably just see if I can do it in here. I can make myself a hopper. I need some redstone torches. I also want to sync these up so that it is synchronized. There we go. 1, 2, 3 of those, and with that, we can make ourselves a flux compactor. There we go. It was actually part of a quest, it seems. Yeah, over here, I wasn't paying attention. A flux compactor compacts all ore chunks into ores, just like the sieve this machine auto outputs to the bottom. Cool. Also, compacting upgrades. This will compact everything in a chest or backpack. Ore chunks will become ores. Oh, will become blocks. Now, this is interesting. Maybe I didn't even need to craft that. I completely forgot that Sophisticated has 2 different types of compacting upgrades. So if we go over here, this one, not the full one that does the 3x3 recipes, but just this one does 2x2 recipes. And as such, it wouldn't compact down these because we don't need it to, but it would compact down this stuff that gets turned into a 4x4, as well as this. A few things would automatically be compacted, but because we have the compacting drawers, that's just fine. Okay, how about we try that? Oh, who needed a flux compactor? So if we need this, a couple more pistons, we should give this machine at least a little bit of cobblestone. There we have 4,000 cobblestone. That's going to be useful. Make ourselves an upgrade base, and we have this now. If I put that up into here, will it be able to compact the stuff before it goes into this? Okay, Certus quartz is starting to compact some stuff, but it's not compacting the ore. Okay, I'm going to take that out. Hold on. Let's not get too carried away. Can I turn this back? I can. Okay. We should do some testing. Over in this here, if we grab some of that and put it in there, it doesn't seem to work. I guess this isn't considered the proper setup. Now, I also have somewhere an advanced compacting drawer. And if I take that and put it in here, turn it on, compact only craftable, compact anything. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. What about like that? Maybe it needed some settings. I suppose we could put it in a allow list. Okay. Let's try this. We're going to make this work. I'm sure of it. So I'm just going to very temporarily close that off so that we're not actually getting some input. I'm going to take these. We'll see whether or not we need to use a filter, but where is it? This one here. If I put that in there and compact only works with other upgrade, it works with GUI. Let's just put that in there. Oh, I'm so silly. Hold on. Let's take that puller module out. Try this again. If we put this in here, right now it is not compacting anything. Aluminium, osmium, zinc, silver, tin, iron, all of the stuff. Okay. This seems to be working. Compact anything works in GUI. Now, of course, that's going to be compact only craftable. Does this work? It needs to be compact anything. That means it's going to compact all of our items, but it might be worth putting something in here. Now, I'm just wondering whether or not a filter in this slot works, because I only want these things, obviously. Let's see if we can make ourselves a filter upgrade. Possibly not. Okay. So maybe I need 2 of these compacting upgrades to achieve all of the filters that I need. So we come up here. In the first filter, we want to allow that. We really only have 1 left over that isn't going to be filtered. So we needed the extra. And then, then in this one, we are going to allow all and lead ore. Let's see what happens. First of all, let's put all this away. Let's see what happens when we reconnect this back up. Puller module. And it does seem to be compressing. And we are getting stuck on the ore. That means what I probably need to do is adjust this ever so slightly. Okay. I'm going to take these and put them up here. Organize that a little bit. Then if I take the ores, in fact, I can do this from the back here. First one would be the iron ore. And that is going to go into this slot. Maybe I can't do it from that side. Iron ore. We do need to link all of that back up, of course. Aluminium, zinc, copper. We're basically going to remove this at some point very soon. Gold. We'll just wait for it to go through its process. That's lead ore, silver, osmium, nickel, tin, nickel. All right. Put those in there. And there should be one more any second now. Oh, I must have looked away right as it happened. Tin? That's the one. With that, it should no longer get caught. We have it compacting down these items. And what I should be able to do is go like this and go use and just compact all of that up like this and put it back in the system. Some of it's actually got stuck, so I'm going to take that out, put what I can in there, and we're going to grab some upgrades. At least for starters, we can do that. Do I have any that I can grab? I need these right now because I don't have enough of the copper to make more. So we'll do that, and it's all in there. Okay, perfect. That means that I should be able to make up all of my copper ore and put that away and do this for each and every one of them. Nice. And just like that, we no longer have to deal with the chunks. Amazing. So, sophisticated storage diamond barrel was a good choice. A couple of compacting upgrades has done the trick. Obviously, I just needed one more, and I could also add some to that, but because we have the compacting drawers, it does it anyway. So that is nice. That means what I will be able to do is just set up with refined storage a emerald furnace connected with a crafter and have it so that whenever I need iron, or whenever this iron comes in, or any of these, we can probably get them to auto smelt. So over time, I will make it so that these chunks or these ores go into the system, auto smelt, and instead of having the ores here, we may as well just get them in their ingot form. Now, I understand that we could get more from those if we are fortuning them or processing the ores. So it probably pays to keep them like this and only smelt some when we need it, but it's good to know that we can process them in different ways. I would say that was pretty successful. We have 1 million storage in this drive here. It's only got 5.5k, so plenty for us to deal with. And there's 2 billion worth in these drawers. We have a fully set up system here now that is going to work wonders for us. I can craft in here. I can do all sorts of stuff in here. Feels good. Also got some extra copper upgrades, so we'll make sure that each of those are ready to go. You guys can have yours back. But I would say that's an episode. We managed to get ourselves a 1 million storage, refined storage system connected up to this drawer system as well. And on top of that, we are now automatically processing the chunks that we get from this into the ore itself. And that means I can take these out and I can fortune them with the Fortune 4 that I have access to right now. Or more to the point, we can eventually get ourselves fortune on these meshes and do a bunch of fun stuff. Having them there now is fantastic. Yeah, I need some more gold anyway. But with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And thank you to my Patreon supporters for your continued support. You folks are amazing. Genuinely means a lot that you're willing to help me do this full time. And I hope you're enjoying the series along with everyone else who's watching. Oh, you know what that means. You know what that means. Haha. Oh, blindness. What a useless one. Now I know. These are there and I haven't used them yet. That's because I'm so close to here and I haven't been adventuring much yet that I just don't feel the need to add a speed 1 or a jump boost 1 right now. But don't worry, we will get there eventually. And as for everything else, there's more episodes to come. We might have to get into some Art Nouveau to get ourselves some villages. There's a few things that we can get started now and some auto crafting in our future. But also it might be about time that we expanded this and made it look a little bit prettier than it already is. So until the next episode, I hope you all take care of yourselves and I'll see you then. Bye-bye everyone. Whoop!